for disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you will break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, oh, redemption ever came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so much, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change.
Yo, comment ça va? Avec cette magnifique chaleur là, c'est 31 degrés. Et c'est magnifique, hein. Bon, alors on va partir découvrir un jeu. Donc vous allez me dire au niveau du son si c'est bon ou pas. Je compte sur vous. C'est parti. Alors toi tu te tais, musique. Voilà. Toi tu t'en vas. Toi aussi. J'ai perdu le jeu. Merde. Pourrais-je faire le jeu à chaque fois? Putain. Ah, c'est bon. J'ai retrouvé. Ah, merci, mon petit Luc. Putain, qu'est-ce qui fait chaud? Survivez chez vous, là? Parce que moi, je suis torse nu, je crève de chaud, quoi. C'est n'importe quoi. Oh! Attendez, je vous ai pas changé la scène, j'ai pas mis ça où il faut, je fais n'importe quoi. Mais si, toi. Allez. Ah, la musique est folle, déjà. Alors, niveau son, ça donne quoi? Ah, il fait froid, bah t'as bien de la chance. T'as comme quoi habiter dans le sud, c'est plutôt bien. Après, c'est une musique de fou. Alors, langue français, ouais. Empiler les sous-titres. Bon, non, on préfère que ça soit lisible quand même. On est en 4 tiers, c'est pas mal en 4 tiers. Bon, alors on est au max, très bien. L'audio. L'audio un peu trop fort. Hein. Chez moi, il y a juste un peu de vent. Ah, c'est bien le vent. Genre comme ça? Bah ouais, tu m'étonnes. Après la Bretagne, voilà quoi. C'est compliqué la Bretagne. Hein. À part si t'aimes la flotte. Bon, voilà quoi. Alors, ça donne quoi? C'est mieux comme ça ou pas? Ça a rien changé ça? Si ça a dû changer un truc. Ouais, si c'est pas le même son. Alors, je vais mettre 80. 80 ça devrait être bon, non? Ok. On verra, vous me direz en cours de partie au pire. Ah, mon petit Sigma! C'est beau, hein. Non mais cette musique est tellement magnifique aussi. Hein. Bon, je remercie bien évidemment le développeur éditeur du jeu, puisqu'il s'agit du même. Et on part découvrir ce jeu ensemble. On est un peu en retard d'ailleurs. Il est sorti il y a quelques jours. Bah très bien. Et toi? Je suis. je suis. Je suis, mais ça va. Ah, c'est trop fort. Bah attends, je réglerai après. Quand je pourrai. Tu me diras. Pour le moment, on part en Norvège. Jour 1. Très bien.
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward. Edward Charles Harden, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
Oh, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask. Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young
Attends,
lady.
pour
I
zoomer, c'est
shan't
ça.
run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone
Putain de
old
merde.
bean. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick?
Ah ouais, je sélectionne comme ça.
Greywoke?
Vas-y.
She's there.
How can you know for sure?
She's my sister.
But how can you know?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote
But
about...
that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing, or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that.
Ooh,
Betty's...
the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear. Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of absolutely nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase her
Norway.
down. Everything will be Jake, old fruit. Is that it? Is that Groovewoke? It looks so peaceful and beautiful and so desolate, like a place built for ghosts.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
J'avoue, c'est
Can
fatigant de
you row any
ramener.
faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
Elle a un accent fou, hein, quand même. Ah, mais toi, t'es un malade, Luc. Toi, t'es un oufsard.
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
Ta place, c'est dans un
The
sauna,
Fretland
mon
farm's
petit
up
Luc.
the hill somewhere.
Ah,
Up
QWERTY.
where?
Voilà. Wiki. Alors, on marche. C'est très beau.
Where's the farm?
Pourquoi? Pourquoi j'avais ma souris tout à gauche? Je pointe.
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog! Let's ankle!
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
Ah bah vas-y, on la laisse partir, on
Be
s'en fout.
careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
See you in 2 shakes.
Putain, mais... oh, incroyable!
Dear
De la
Mr.
lecture.
Harden, we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Troubled to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. Hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland. Well, I'm here. Where are you? Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains? Also sprach Zarathustra.
Hein? Il a parlé
On my
en...
way. Step to it, teddy bear.
Il a parlé
Where
en
are you,
quelle
Lissy?
langue? Ok, elle est là-haut. Très bien. Et vu qu'on marche lentement, moi je vais continuer à avancer par là. Parce que je suis à fond. Ah, c'est mieux l'hiver quand même. Ok, à plus tard, Luc. Waouh. Ça veut dire que tu peux pas y aller, quoi. C'est marrant parce que t'as le mode les crédits et tout qui est présenté. C'est présenté un peu comme un film. Du coup, t'as un rocher ici. Je suis fatigué. Je suis fatigué. C'est mes pieds là, j'en peux plus.
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up! Storm's getting closer.
Incroyable. Tu peux faire une pause tous les mètres si t'as envie. Bon, graphiquement, c'est plutôt sympathique. J'aime bien. Ah bon, si je me repose tous les mètres, ça va pas être sympa. Ouais, ça détend avec cette chaleur et toi. J'y vais. Ours.
What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 17. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone?
Je sais pas moi.
This is starting to creep me out.
Je dirais à l'abri.
Perhaps everyone's indoors. The rain's picking up.
You first, old bean.
Ah, merci. Les vieux d'abord.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
Ouais, j'avoue.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden. Hello? Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December. Hey, you want to check out the upstairs?
I'm a guest. Why would I start poking around every corner of the house?
I don't know. Maybe they're playing hide and go seek. Well, I didn't want to go upstairs anyway. It's creepy.
There must be a sitting room on this floor.
Allez, on cherche.
Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup. I thought foreigners lived differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
It's really coming down.
How about a quick run in the rain?
You can't be serious.
You're already a wet blanket, teddy bear. It's not like you'll get any wetter. Look! Family pictures. They must be the, what did you call them?
The Fretlands.
Right. Anna and John?
Johann.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy old boy. Women can vote. Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a
They're
stick up his
posing for a
up his rear
photograph.
end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously. I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you.
Oh, genre, quoi.
Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? Must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you. Wait, is that... Are they... Who's... They're all twins. All of them.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
My mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899. We'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
C'est assez ouf quand même. Hein. Genre on dirait les mêmes et tout, tu sais. Du coup, vu qu'ils sont jumeaux, c'est trop marrant. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a de beau? Je peux pas lire? À l'aide!
Dear Mrs. Fretland, I trust this letter finds you and your husband in good health. I wrote to inform them about when I'd be arriving. So where are they?
Do they even have calendars? Maybe they don't know what day it is.
Despite appearances, we haven't gone back in time. They have calendars. I asked about Elizabeth.
And they hadn't seen her?
Anna, Mrs. Fretland, promised she'd write if she heard anything. There wouldn't be many female reporters from New York and Western Norway.
Why would she come here in the first place?
Betty always has her reasons. Home feels very far away.
Are we feeling melancholy again?
I've never been this far from Hanover.
It's about time we got you out of that dreary old house, Teddy Bear.
The thought of boarding that infernal ocean liner again.
I quite enjoyed it. So much room for exploration and mischief.
So many opportunities for seasickness and claustrophobia.
Don't be a Debbie Downer. I'm sure your tummy will be better behaved on the return voyage. And you'll be craving enclosed spaces after a week in this wide open wilderness.
Ok. Je pense que ça
What do
va
you think
être...
they've called?
The Fretlands.
The Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
I'm sure they'll be back soon.
It's like a dead land. As though its soul has departed.
Je pense que ça va être très enquête en fait. Avec pas mal de blabla et tout. Alors qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? C'est un bouquin qui est cramé, c'est ça?
What are you looking at there?
A book.
Strange place for a book. Unless it was a terrible book that deserved a good burning. What's the title?
The cover's charred. Christmas 1922. To Ruth, from Simon. Why would someone burn this?
Like I said, maybe it was a terrible book. Is Simon one of the Freddylanders?
I don't think so. They only have the one daughter.
Ok.
Did you hear something?
No.
Must be the wind under the door. Or the churning sea. Or the interminable rain.
Les
Or
moufles qu'elle
flesh-eating
fait, quoi.
ghouls waiting to pounce.
Alice, honestly.
You're the one who reads Poe to me. Don't blame me for having an active imagination.
The books are all in English.
Isn't that a bit odd?
Mrs. Fretland is Scottish, though she grew up in Olesund.
Have you been secretly communicating with Johann's winsome wife, Edward, dearest?
Certainly not. She was the one who wrote me, because Mr. Fretland's English
I was
isn't
only
as...
joking. Lighten up, old sport. Don't be such a pill.
Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres... ouais, il y a le village, là.
You can see the whole village from up here.
Do you want to go sightseeing?
Tomorrow. It's getting late, and the rain's not abating.
Il se fait tard. C'est vrai qu'on voit pas grand-chose dans cette baraque. Une église.
There's the Stave Church.
Do you think that's where they've all gone? Maybe there's a very popular funeral.
The flag was at half-mast, but no sign of life out there.
Ok. Je vais aller voir par là-bas.
Those boys look proud as peacocks. What does it say
Mineur,
there?
ça.
Groovy?
Gruben, the mine.
Maybe that's where everyone is. Digging for precious jewels in the Stygian abyss.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Olesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. The mine was only in operation until 1902. They must have lost a fortune. An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
Oh, boo.
Frederick and Johann Fretland, founders of the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
They're the spitting image of each other.
Twin brothers and business partners.
And they married twin sisters. Adorable. Who's the boy? He looks related to the other two.
Oh putain. Bon, on va commencer par mai. Hein.
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
Well, that must have put a damper on their relationship.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful. How old was he?
19.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Operations were suspended after the accident.
Ouais, bah.
Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
Bon, par contre, l'éclairage dans cette baraque, c'est à chier, quoi. Même pas de lumière, quoi. Qu'est-ce qu'on a de beau par ici? Est-ce qu'on peut se voir? Ah ouais. Ah, on voit enfin notre gueule, quoi.
Oof, that's a grim sight, old bean.
Ah, et tout de suite, comment elle en rajoute, quoi.
Exhausted and soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
Ouais, et puis s'ils arrivent jamais. Hein? On fait quoi? Alors ça, mais nous... Oh?
Betty,
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty.
Her
That's...
I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it in
looks like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off, dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever. It's not like you pay any attention to me when Betty's around. I might just as well be a ghost.
Oh la jalousie.
Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not?
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself.
Un zombie, quand même pas. Enfin, je pense pas. Je pense pas c'est le genre.
That's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine.
Oh. J'étais bien, moi, debout.
I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
I want you to lie down. Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the fret...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just going to...
Shh.
Elizabeth? Is that you? Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here?
J'avoue, elle est partie où,
Alice?
cette con?
Where are you?
Mais merde! Ça se trouve, elle n'a jamais existé. Je suis tout seul depuis le début. Ah ouais, c'est ça. Tu dors, tu gagnes un niveau.
Hello?
Oh.
Hey, who's there? Betty? Elizabeth? Wait! Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty.
Ouais, mais non, mais j'aimerais bien voir toutes les pièces quand même avant.
Are you in here, Lissy?
Je sais jamais. Moi je dis, est-ce qu'elle serait pas montée là-haut? Parce que bon, autant sortir au dernier moment.
Lissy, are you upstairs?
Bon, bah, a priori, j'ai pas le choix de toute façon. Allez, go!
Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy?
Hein?
I'm not alone.
En l'ambiance. Open the door. Ah, voilà. J'arrivais pas.
I can hear you.
Ah, c'est un oiseau que t'entends normalement. Genre un corbeck. On va quand même y aller, mais on sait ce que c'est, quoi. Ah.
Who goes there? Wait!
Moi j'y vais. Des liens.
Betty, is that you?
Ah bah, si c'est Betty,
Are you there,
ça...
Betty?
Elle a bien changé.
Shit. Elizabeth, are you there?
C'est parti. On voit rien par contre. Hein. C'est un truc de pêche ça.
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lissy.
Sérieux, elle était où?
Where did you go? Why did you leave me?
It stopped raining and you were sleeping, and our boat, it's gone.
The boat... What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Did you see Betty?
Did I see... What are you talking about?
I think... Betty... It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone?
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her? and
Yes.
Not...
I mean, I saw her face, and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't know. It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow...
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself. And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted.
Je sais pas pourquoi j'ai l'impression qu'il hallucine elle. Enfin qu'il l'invente et tout. Je sais pas, c'est trop bizarre pour le moment. Ouais, peut-être je me trompe, mais... Enfin, je sais pas, c'est présenté bizarrement. Jour 2. Parce que chaque fois, je bouge et elle est pas là. Regardez. Elle est toujours pas là. Alors. Je vais pas me regarder à nouveau. Vas-y, touche.
I will find you again.
Là, on n'a rien d'autre.
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Elle fait des moves de fou en plus. Hein. Putain, si elle est réelle, c'est fou quoi. C'est une tarée. Est-ce qu'on peut aller ailleurs ou... On est obligé de sortir. Ah, c'est bien. Ça, on n'a pas vu par exemple. Ah, mais on s'en fout. Fallait voir dès le départ. Ah, c'est pas cool. Ok. Est-ce que je peux monter? En vrai, oui. Ah, là, on peut voir, par contre. Ah non, je peux pas. Je sais pas pourquoi. Je peux jouer du piano. Incroyable. C'est parti. C'est beau, c'est beau, c'est beau. Il faut applaudir. Putain, j'ai eu un succès en plus. Ok. Je vais aller voir ici. Au moins les portes elles seront ouvertes quoi. Écoute, ça va très bien ça, Mille, toi. Je suis un pro du piano, alors bon. Oh, genre c'est fermé. Vas-y, défonce la porte là. Pas de respect là, bim. Ok, bah, a priori, rien ici. Ah bon, on crève de chaud. À part ça, tout va bien. C'est pour ça qu'on est parti en Norvège. On s'est dit, voilà, la Norvège, ça fait du bien. Ah putain, c'est sympa de là. Et toi? Ok, bon bah je vais descendre. On va aller rejoindre la folle.
I just about given up on you ever waking up.
I was looking around the house.
So we're okay with that now? Noted. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
What?
I'd just woken up. I was groggy and the mist was thick as pea soup. I don't know if I saw what I thought I saw.
You were chasing a ghost?
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Well, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're peeking at us through the windows.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, teddy bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Hein? Quelle maison?
Your secrets, Grovik.
Ah putain. Je suis pas sorti, putain. Alors j'ai une map, c'est incroyable, avec des bouts de texte. Très bien. Ah, mic, incroyable. Je crève de chaud. 40 degrés, j'ai déjà vécu ça, hein, à l'ombre et tout. En plein Paris en plus. Bon. Pour le coup. Après, c'est sûr que c'est pas des températures de zone équatoriale, tout ça, mais où il fait 50 degrés et où t'es en train de crever, mais bon. J'ai pas choisi ça, moi. On a déjà eu 45 degrés, je crois, ici. Non, ce qui est horrible, c'est que tu passes du frais, enfin du bon au chaud comme ça, c'est super chiant. Que ça soit quand c'est graduel, ça va, ton corps il prend l'habitude et tout, mais quand c'est d'un coup, paf, tu morfles quoi. C'est quoi ça? C'est un puits? Oui, c'est un puits. Je peux dessiner? Ah, je l'avais pas sur mon... What? Attends, de quoi dessiner quoi? C'est comme dans Life is Strange. Sauf que ça dessine auto. Bon, grave quoi. Du coup, je sais pas si ça sert à quelque chose, donc j'ai appuyé sur Z. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit le journal? Il a dit... Ah ouais! Ah, regardez! Ouais, c'est sympa! Je pensais que c'était une connerie et tout, genre... C'est juste pour le move, mais non, il dessine vraiment un truc. Ok! Ah bah, à chaque fois qu'il y aura dessiné, on fera ça, j'appuierai sur Z un peu rapidement, et je pense que ça devrait aller. Alors, ça devrait pas être trop long. À plusieurs possibilités, mesdames et messieurs, je sais... Je suis perdu. Ouais, c'est ça, c'est les degrés quand ils sont trop forts quoi. T'es là, bim quoi. Tu prends dans la gueule. En plus, je suis originaire du sud donc bon. Je devrais encaisser les températures, tu vois. En fait, que dalle. Là, on peut dessiner aussi là? Non. Moi, je veux bien interroger les habitants, mais ils ont l'air tous. Ok, allez là-bas. Enfin, il y a personne quoi. Par contre, là, il y a marqué. Oui, bah minute. Putain. Pas le droit d'enquêter. J'arrive. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Tu vas tomber.
Hey, eyes up here. It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
Non, pas eu le temps. J'ai vu plein de trucs et donc du coup... Vas-y, tu vas faire une chute.
Careful you don't fall.
You suck the fun out of everything, old boy.
We're far from any doctor. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
That's not very likely, is it?
Thought you were
Ouais.
scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
Ouais, c'est ça.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Bah non, tu m'as appelé. Vieux schnock. Et quelle connasse quoi. Genre, elle me fait chier pour que j'aille lui parler, puis après, c'est de ma faute si j'ai pas fouillé, tu sais.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping.
Vas-y, moi j'ouvre.
Also, they drink coffee here, not tea.
Savages.
Tout est ouvrable en Norvège, quoi.
No one home?
Ils ont pas peur. Enfin, remarquez, en 1920, peut-être que c'était assez sécure.
Hello?
Quoi?
Who's there?
Attendez, je vais faire l'autre d'abord. Hein? De quoi qui est triste?
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no.
Putain, c'est ouf, quoi.
There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Ouais, bah, elle a fait claque. Bah, c'est parti pour la maison, hein. Moi, j'y crois. Ah, arrête de faire la con. Ah, putain.
Hello? Anyone home?
Ah, bah, je rentre en mode solo, tu sais. Genre... Non, mais moi, j'ai peur de rien, vous voyez. Bah, écoutez, je crois bien qu'il y a personne dans ce coin-là, en tout cas. Sous les lits, peut-être? Non. On va lire ça. Enfin, essayer.
September 21st, 1923. Vi desperate. Lissy, found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in good sforlata. Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy. The letter just trails off. Was never sent.
Ah, c'est honteux ça. Je sais pas parce qu'il a du mal à lire et tout. Tellement c'est écrit comme... tellement le protagoniste est écrit comme une coche, voilà. C'est impossible à lire. Elle est partie où encore? Elle est là.
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, Teddy Bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. 3 strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Well, you were wrong. The villagers are not indoors.
I saw some sheds down by the water. There's the general store. Church.
In other words, time for some sightseeing? Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
Bah, j'ai l'impression...
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3.
Ah ouais.
Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
En fait, j'ai l'impression, Mix, si tu veux, qu'il l'invente, elle, donc... Après, peut-être pas, hein, mais... ça fait penser. Je vais au... Là, on vient de là. La map, s'il vous plaît. Ok, nous sommes là. Ça, on a fait tatata. Le bateau, il y a une croix dessus parce qu'il s'est volatilisé. Je vais continuer à descendre par là. Après, il y a l'église à faire, je sais, mais... Peut-être qu'il y aura un truc à dessiner ou je ne sais quoi. Là-bas, il y a des petites maisons. Je sais pas si ça compte. Je me promène. En tout cas, si c'est pas une hallucination, elle est ouf, quoi.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
Ah, 100%.
What do you say, old sport?
It's not safe.
Oh, horse feathers! You may be the most boring man in this country. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
Donc pour le moment, on n'y va pas. Et on ira peut-être après. C'est marrant, hein, t'as les rails de la mine et tout, qui vont jusque là.
What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
Ils ont dû se taper un trip de fou, hein, au niveau d'elle, parce qu'elle fait des animations de ouf avec tout le décor, quoi.
Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope. What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains iron
I know.
deposits that...
Okay, Edward. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it. Til minne om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Frambo, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe.
Ah. Ok. Est-ce qu'on peut aller voir cette baraque ou pas? Je ne pense pas, mais bon. Ok, donc. Je traverse.
A boat! Teddy! A hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. Besides, the wood's rotted through. This boat isn't seaworthy. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
Le trou, on s'en fout du coup. C'est... Allô? Fais ta gueule. Donc est-ce qu'on avait bien attaché le bateau ou pas?
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So who took our boat? A ghost? If not a ghost, then...
There must be a
Mystère.
logical explanation. It's safe to say no ghost in the night stole our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A ghost?
Une chèvre.
It was probably all in my head.
Je cours après une chèvre. On peut dessiner. Vas-y, go. Ton chat. Ah mais ça c'est les chats, toujours. Ils font des trucs de fou. Hein. Mais t'inquiète pas, pour lui c'est que c'est mieux, sinon il le ferait pas. Donc c'est loin d'être con. Ouais, moi aussi, je l'aime bien. Elle fait des trucs de ouf, à chaque fois elle m'impressionne. Attendez. Regardons le dessin. Ah, c'est beau. Je reviens sur la map. Hein. Ok. Alors ici il y a un texte, mais bon, a priori on a l'air de s'en foutre. Alors. Je peux suivre ça, mais ça n'a aucun intérêt a priori. Ah ouais, c'est son kiff, c'est sûr. Bon, sinon il le ferait pas, hein, tu sais, c'est un chat.
you don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
Vaut mieux traire et manger plus tard.
The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. A tobacco farming, maybe.
Très bien.
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine.
Ah, il y a
On
village
July
étranger
24th,
encore.
in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives. They must have been so isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
If they're like the boats along the beach, they wouldn't get far. You saw how much work it was to cross the fjord. And if the weather's bad...
It can't be healthy, being so isolated. Cooped up inside, reading the collected works.
Yeah, all right. I get
This
it.
village is basically you two.
I said, all right. The ferry would have made the trip here much easier.
And you wouldn't have had to pay that farmer a fortune to rent his boat.
I had no choice.
We should keep his boat, if it comes back. Bring it with us to Hanover.
Do what with it exactly?
I don't know. Grow parsley in it? Use it in the pond? Forget it. Stupid idea.
Ouais. Pourquoi pas? Ok. Donc là, rien du tout. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut ouvrir cette porte?
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland.
Non, moi, je suis pas d'animal. Simon.
Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Simon. Simon. That was the name in the burnt book. So Simon is Ruth's older cousin.
Enfin, j'en ai plus.
The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are
C'est quoi ces
confusing.
machins?
If this was a dime novel,
Ah,
they
c'est
could
des
switch places
sardines.
at some point to confuse the couples. Damn you, twins!
Oh non, ça va. Voilà, j'en ai assez avec moi-même. Ah, c'est fermé.
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I
Qu'est-ce
can't
qu'il fait,
imagine
ce
they
mec?
have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... Hello? Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned.
Breaking and... Is that? Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm
I
not
know
sure
my sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Bah vas-y, go, hein. Ouvrir. Ça peut marcher. Non, voilà, d'accord. Essayez celle-ci. A priori, c'est mort. Hein. Il n'y en a aucune qui est entrouverte. Ça. C'est l'autre côté. Là. Ah bah oui.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
Yes.
It won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Vas-y. Parce que c'est bizarre, elle nous aide pas ni rien.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
C'est comme pour la valise, quoi. Elle nous a pas aidé ni rien. C'est pour ça que je pense qu'elle n'existe que dans sa tête.
Edward Charles Harding, dilettante, world traveler, cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition,
Wow.
enter a building on a higher floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty,
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's all right then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Barn means child, and mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
Voilà.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
Mais oui. Pas de raison.
It's the same photograph as in the
Johan's
farmhouse,
gone. At least, I assume he's the one who's been... snip.
but Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
C'est bizarre tout ça. Vraiment louche cette histoire. J'aurais bien reçu les sous, mais après on n'a pas le droit.
Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way? Why else keep a list of undesirables?
Incroyable. Hop. La porte. Yes. Ah, il y a une
What are you
pipe.
doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
Bah oui.
The keys are all gone.
Some thieving thieves beat you to it. Rascals.
Énorme.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
Bah j'aimerais bien savoir, mais... Ah.
It's from Simon. Yai put it means I put. Knuckle is key.
Ouais, t'as mis la clé où?
I don't know what that word means.
He put
Merde.
the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Faut Google Trad. Ok. Magnifique dessin.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
Ah, marrant.
S
Oula.
O
S.
S. Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some hot grub.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June, and they received my letter from July.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Ça, depuis 2 mois, il se passe plus rien, quoi. C'est vraiment louche, hein. Du coup, ce serait... me dis pas qu'il a mis les clés à l'église, ce serait pas logique. Oh, des verrouillons. Si, maintenant je peux voir ça. Ah. Notre dose quotidienne de sniff. Incroyable. Ok, non, donc c'est forcément là-dedans. Bah le chapeau, il est bloqué. Il est derrière ça, Mic. Faut suivre, hein. Faut suivre. Voyons. Par contre, c'est bizarre qu'il reste bloqué là-dessus.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
Hein? Bon. Me dites pas que j'ai bugué le jeu en fait. Parce que ça me semble bizarre.
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
On est obligé, t'as vu ta position quoi? Voilà. Bon, peut-être que ça serait derrière ça. Je sais pas quoi là. Ça c'est bizarre. Putain, regardez, il se passe rien. Non bah a priori non. Je sais pas qu'il y a ça, cave, machin. Ah la bougie! Ah c'est ça! Mais il y avait pas ça tout à l'heure.
Casa.
So
Voilà.
that's what it means. Cash register.
Ah, je m'en doutais que c'était là-dedans.
You're a
Depuis le
genuine
début.
gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get
Excellent.
busted, I'll come visit you in the big house.
L'argent, la clé.
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
L'argent. C'est bon, j'ai la clé. On y va. Hop. De toute façon, on va pas prendre l'argent, ça nous sert à rien là pour le moment. Ramassons.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
Eh ben, ouais. Ben, parce qu'il y a une lettre à lire.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann thought...
The mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church.
Oh, bingo!
Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
Je regarde.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Hein? Bah, c'est barré, hein. Wait, de rien du tout. Ah bah, Norvège, quoi. Un petit mic-mic. Ouais. Lui, c'est un Google Translate sur pet. Allez.
This way. I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern you.
Qu'est-ce qui est bon?
We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart?
Mais t'es monté
Get yourself
comment?
up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
Non, mais t'as fait tout le tour. Hein. Tu peux pas m'aider
Come
là.
on, it's
Ah,
an
si.
easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
C'est
I
vrai,
don't know about this.
Ouais, c'est pour ça que je te le dis.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Pour moi, il est tout seul. C'est parce que t'entends pas les trucs et tout, etc. Et, je sais pas. Pour moi, c'est dans sa tête.
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl
Edward.
got herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
Geyser. Fleur.
It's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Non, mais y a personne.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
Attends, y a des dégâts.
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
It's a long
Putain.
fall. Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden!
What?
Oh, you're hopeless.
Ah, c'est ouf, quoi. Il y a un truc derrière, hein. On a vu.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This
C'est le logo du jeu.
This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong in a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath?
Ah, c'est trop demandé.
Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
Ah bah oui, que de questions, Mic. On sait pas trop. On enquête. On meurt quand on... Excusez-moi, chère Miquette. Que faites-vous là? On m'espionne. C'est une honte.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
Vas-y, je penche. Enfin, je me penche.
Certainly high enough to kill a child.
If I had to go, this would be the way to do it. Soaring through the air like a bird.
And landing like a rock. If she fell head first on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not.
Bien sûr que si.
I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Attention, hein, toi là-bas. Vous voyez que ça mène jusqu'à l'église ou l'église est de l'autre côté, je sais pas. Attendez, d'après la map. Hein. Ouais, c'est l'église qui est là-haut. Très bien.
Lissy, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
C'est fait.
Teddy,
Oula.
Word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Suicidé avec un mot
This is
dessus.
just ghastly.
Moi j'y crois pas.
What made him do this? How long has he been?
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. It depends on temperature and humidity, of course.
Salut Laetitia.
Was he executed?
He could have kicked the chair away himself.
Non, mais il aurait jamais accroché un
What does
panneau.
that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother
Don't.
drowned herself? Sorry. Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact.
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick, and he's too old to be Simon. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Betty, always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man He's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty. What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
Mais si. Allez, vas-y. On va se casser la gueule, je sais pas pourquoi.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
Oh ouais, j'ai vu pire dans le jeu vidéo.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
She was probably murdered.
And you think Simon did it?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could have been an accident.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
Ah bah... Ouais. Non. Bon. A priori, non.
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there in the dark.
She's a tough cookie, your Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is.
Je
What
vois
did you
rien
find?
ce truc.
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
Bizarre tout ça. Bon, est-ce que du coup je peux enfin lire le truc qu'il y avait qui est en haut à l'étage, ou est-ce qu'on n'a toujours pas le droit? Bon, on va voir. Je sais même plus où il était en fait. Je sais plus. Non, c'était pas là, il y avait rien. D'accord. Rien du tout. Ah, c'était de l'autre côté à tous les coups, vous allez voir. Bon, Merci. Ah oui, c'est vrai, cette porte-là était fermée. On sait pas pourquoi. Par contre, là, pour le coucher de soleil, ah, c'est sympathique, hein, franchement. J'aime bien. Vas-y, je te fais la visite. C'est vrai, t'étais pas là. T'es arrivé juste après quand j'étais en bas. Ah mais là, c'était ça que je pouvais pas lire. Maintenant, je peux. Bah oui, on veut lire. Bah, vous lirez sur la rediff. Voilà. Ok. Très bien. Donc, si on tourne la... Non. Non, non. Je voulais tourner avec D, mais... Mais non. Du coup, si on lit, est-ce que c'est des nouveaux trucs? J'ai écrit nanana... 23... Ça a l'air, je sais pas. Bon, je pense que oui. Ouais, c'est des nouveaux trucs à chaque fois, normal. Très bien. Si elle s'est barrée. Ok. C'est lui. Ça, on a déjà joué. Et là... Vérifions. Ça, on pouvait pas non plus. Ok. Bon, bah... Je me casse. Bon, bah, je vais lire. Comme tu veux. Vas-y, fais-toi plaisir. Ça, tu liras après. Dodo canapé. À l'aide. Putain, je peux pas me coucher. Pourquoi? Je ne sais pas. Ah, le chapeau. Ah, pour ça.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's
Not
healthy
now,
to...
please. I'm exhausted.
On la reconstitue. Allez, c'est parti pour le dodo.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
Incroyable. Jour 3. Je touche, il paraît que ça porte bonheur. Après, je sais pas. Hein. Est-ce qu'on a la même gueule ou est-ce qu'elle est un peu plus fatiguée en mode, on a toujours la même gueule, très bien. Une gueule des années 20, bien entendu. Pou, pou.
Lissy,
En haut, très bien.
Teddy, is that you?
Ah oui, c'est moi. Que ce soit qui.
This is her room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look.
Regardons tout
Ruth
ça.
was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet, she was 8. This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle, Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
C'est une ours.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
Le calice. Non, je sais pas.
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Par contre, ce conte, je connaissais pas.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the black seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester, but instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
And your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
Si, c'est lui qui a volé le bateau. C'est lui ce magnifique nounours. Incroyable.
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Putain.
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
Banelson. The curse.
Who's that figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew... It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
Ouais, c'est très narratif, mais il y a de l'enquête et tout. J'essaye de savoir ce qui s'est passé, quoi.
What is this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. They belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
Ah, me regarde pas comme ça, tu me fais peur. Bon, du coup, on a tout vu. Pourquoi on a regardé du coup de nouveau là-dessus? On l'avait
That
pas
must
vu?
be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Ok.
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This is
events.
what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
The church bell. Someone's here. Maybe Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be careful.
I told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
C'est ça, Mic Mic. C'est elle qui fait tout. Ah oui, évidemment. Tu veux que c'est... C'est évidemment Nounours. C'est ce qui est marqué, hein. Comment on va à l'église, du coup, hein? Je vous pose cette fameuse question. Parce que là, il va pas vouloir passer par là, on est d'accord. Je vais pas devoir escalader la falaise, quand même. C'est J. Ouais, faut passer par là, quoi. Oui, forcément. C'est forcément elle. C'est parce qu'elle s'est pas fait bien traire et du coup, paf. Attends, les chèvres, c'est dangereux, hein. C'est pas ce qui vous attend, oh. Ça sonne plus. Ah, si. Ah, ça va, on est plus essoufflé là. Notre séance cardio là. Tac tac. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il écrit de beau?
July 24th, memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
Très bien. Quelqu'un a été enterré ici récemment.
All these fresh graves.
Ça doit être celui qu'on a enterré.
Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty?
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward, your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
Jalouse. On peut dessiner. Go go go. Vite. Hop. Ah, moi je suis rapide. Ah, magnifique. Ok. Je vérifie les côtés, on sait jamais. C'est dommage qu'il y ait autant de brouillard. Je pense que s'il y en avait pas eu autant, ça serait encore plus joli à regarder. Mais ça reste agréable et tout. Hein. Franchement, c'est sympa. Ok. Ah bah go la porte.
Why board up a church?
To keep the ghosts from escaping?
Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Can you peek through the boards? See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Ouais. Mais bon, on voit personne quoi. Je sais pas.
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me the
I'm here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Ok. Mais d'abord, je fais le tour. Non mais après peut-être que, enfin la Norvège, c'est normal, il y a pas mal de brouillard, mais bon. Après c'est sûrement le lieu.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet.
Doucement avec Pépère. Hein.
Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
Lizzie, look. Betty's gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make sense.
Breadcrumbs. She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves, her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a
Betty will
labyrinth.
have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
Ouais, peut-être qu'elle aime juste se déshabiller et se balader toute nue. Je sais pas.
What's this rope for?
The bell.
Ouais.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here.
Incroyable.
I don't like that sound. Please stop.
Non.
Stop it.
J'ai un nouveau jouet.
Stop it.
Allez, encore une fois. Pas trop abuser des bonnes choses.
What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive.
C'est ça, oui, Quick. On veut lire. Non, mais je veux pas parler avec elle. Je veux lire d'abord.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune. It sounds like Grovik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
This sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Tilly Verandre.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us.
Très bien. Huh?
What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Incroyable.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
Ne tombe pas, hein. Je te vois venir.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
Ah ouais, mais... Fait un peu ce qu'elle veut, je pense.
A church book. A record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Huh?
Vandals. Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look.
Ouais. Ouais, il y en a une par terre. Incroyable. Ramassons. Aide-moi à ramasser, j'y arrive pas.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition.
Quoi?
1-0 to Team Me.
Ça, bon, moi je l'emmerde ton équipe là.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
J'ai vu.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
Of course. Le mauvais perdant, il va être en... il va être en foutune, ouais.
Found another one.
Oh, salope.
You get it. It's right here.
Mais non, mais tu triches, là. En plus, je peux pas ramasser facilement.
Just one more page missing.
Ouais, mais le problème, c'est que j'ai pas envie de l'enclencher. Moi, j'ai envie de voir s'il y a quoi dans ce bouquin, déjà. Parce qu'on n'a pas regardé. Regardons.
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Old English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
Incroyable. Mesdames et messieurs, je parle un peu latin
Jesus
aussi.
looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
Ah, moi je le soutiens. Pour moi, c'est de la connerie. Si. Il a raison. Alors, où est l'autre? Après, on verra bien si c'est vrai plus tard. Moi, je dirais dans un coin. Bah, je cherche les pages. Comment ça, je vais où? Ça doit pas être par là, du coup, c'était forcément dedans. Attends, bah, tirez la cloche. Ça va tomber, évidemment. Forcément, une feuille là-haut.
Stop it.
Non, non, mais il y a une feuille, je te dis.
Stop it.
On n'en sait jamais, hein. Donc, il n'y avait pas de feuille, là. Déception. Vraiment. Elle est quand même pas là-haut. Ah bah si.
2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy, old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
Ouais, mais attends, c'était quel bouquin? C'était celui-là. Allez, c'est parti. Le puzzle est là.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Oh putain.
Look here. Ruth Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a
Traitor.
Voilà.
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me!
Attendez, est-ce qu'on peut ne pas l'abandonner? Non, je pense pas. Ok. Bah go.
You better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you. This one. It's unmarked.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad? Edward, stop it!
Thank God. It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister
Or
like
what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just... leave me be.
Fine.
Ah, je le savais.
Lizzie? Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back. I need you.
Depuis les premières minutes du jeu, je l'ai spotted. Alors, où on va, qu'est-ce qu'on fait du coup, je ne sais pas. Je peux plus tirer ma cloche. Enfin, ma corde de cloche, quoi. Je suis déçu. Ou alors elle joue dans Star Trek. Et du coup, elle s'est fait téléporter sur le vaisseau. C'est ça, hein. Oh.
I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No!
Bah non.
Lizzie.
Ah non, c'est sûr, il n'y a pas que le chat.
Lizzie, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything? Well, fuck you, Edward Charles Harden! I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase!
Now, be reasonable.
Dans la baraque.
What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me. I need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no. What? No! Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick, Edward. Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child. We are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
C'est la chèvre qui avait tout ça. Jorquette.
Wake up, Edward. Stop hiding. Without us, you are nothing. You cannot hide from us.
Where's Lissy?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
I think of you so often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to you, Lissy. Oh.
Allez, debout. Est-ce qu'on peut lui mettre les gants? Elle les a déjà accrochés. Très bien. Je peux pas faire mon tac habituel qui porte bonheur. Ça pue les loulous, ça pue. Oh.
Listen. Lissy. Please. You can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
Did you ever meet my father?
Alice does not want to speak with you.
Then what about you? Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I don't need God's help. I need Lissy.
Do you, though? Did you ever?
What? Of course, I...
Je sais pas où elle est. Là. Je peux pas sélectionner elle.
Alice.
Elle refuse d'écouter.
Don't go. Hear me out. I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, teddy bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
You're a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
Je vous laisse qu'elle sort, quoi. Ah putain. Je vais aller voir là-haut. Toujours pas voir ça. Non. T'es là ou t'es dehors? Ok, elle est pas là. Vraiment, il y a un souci de précision. C'est un peu chiant, mais bon. Ouais, ça se fait en spammant le clic, quoi. Oh!
I gave you this jacket. Betty.
What the fuck?
You were here.
Bah. Ah, c'est fini, oui. Faut arrêter de bouder.
Alice, be reasonable. Lissy, I'm tired of chasing you. I'm trying to talk to you. Lissy, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday,
Jesus
which means
Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Betty,
She must have-
Betty.
You love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done that we haven't? What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What? You decide what is real. We are real to you.
We'll never be the same.
Bah, le jeu veut nous montrer qu'il qu'il invente tout ça, quoi. Mais du coup, est-ce que Betty est vraie?
She does not want you.
Who are you talking
Why do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
Like father.
Bang! Right in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
Not us. We're always here for
I
you.
beg
You
you.
are never alone.
Stop! Leave me alone, both of you!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
Fine. alone. For good.
Bon bah salut hein.
Lissy.
Par contre c'est un peu triste quoi. Hein. Sa mère, son père, tous se suicident quoi. Toujours, sauf toujours pas ça. Hein. D'accord. Voilà. C'est pas mon imagination. Bah, je vais redescendre du coup. On va essayer de poser le manteau avec le reste. C'est bon les gars, on a retrouvé Bête. Ah. Jour 5.
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
C'est la chèvre. Coco.
Are you upstairs?
Ah, étage donc. Allô, c'était fermé. Les petits salauds.
Betty? Betty? Are you in there? Open the door!
Open
Coming
the
in.
door.
Stand away from the door.
C'est l'oiseau.
Betty? No. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought it was you, Betty. But who? Anna.
Bon, bah, on a retrouvé Anna. Le fil dévié, elle était enfermée. Incroyable.
It's from Johann, addressed to his wife. Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? He was clearly distraught. Knock ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will till ye. Forgive me. I am tired of secrets. For 20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. Anna was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then?
Ensuite, la mine, non? Je sais pas. Moi, j'aurais dit ça. donc rien d'autre. Ah, qu'est-ce que c'est?
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor.
Mon précieux.
It was precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... A signpost. A breadcrumb.
Oui.
You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine.
Non, moi je pense
You
mine
wouldn't let
direct.
this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
Très bien. Je regarde juste de là si on peut voir un truc. Chaque fois j'aime bien aller sur le balcon parce que je me dis on sait jamais. Go.
So where is Frederick's farm?
Je sais pas, mais il y a un cercle là-bas. Donc, opa. Pardon, je me suis enfui, je me suis trompé de chemin. C'est sympa au niveau effet là. La musique est assez folle hein, dans le jeu. Là c'est direction la mine. 100%. Il doit y avoir la ferme dans le coin. Le corbeil qui est passé par là.
All these fragments. You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know? Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. But something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick. Was this your doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
C'est ouf. Je sais voir cette baraque avant. Oh, cette baraque. Je sais même pas c'est quoi ce poulailler ça. On peut rien y faire, ok. Là, on a... Ok. Pas un dessin quelque part, je ne sais pas, on sait jamais hein. Ah. Bah a priori il n'y a rien là-dedans. C'est pareil. On a une tombe ici. 2. Tu veux bien la lire, s'il te plaît? Merci.
Simon's grave. Born December 5th, 1909. Died September 17th, 1923. Why bury Simon here and not at the cemetery? If the village blamed him for Ruth's death, I could really use your imagination, Betty, you'd figure this out in no time.
En tout cas, il a pas vécu longtemps, hein. Bah, elle non plus, vous me direz, mais... Bon. Ouais, mic. Ça doit mener, je sais pas, à la mine ou un truc comme ça, là. Je pense. Ah, ça, c'est la mine. J'irai après. Je vais voir le truc. Le truc là. Cette baraque incendiée. Il y a peut-être quelque chose à voir au milieu. Je sais pas. Voilà. Ah non, rien du tout. Si, là, il y a un truc. Un coffre. Histoire d'argent et de... Oh.
What do you reckon, Betty?
Moi, je dirais... La mine. Ok. Simon?
Let's try Simon's birthday.
Nice. J'hésitais entre les deux en fait.
Another Viking artifact, Betty. Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found.
Ah non, Fred n'est pas passé.
Postmarked in Boston. That's a curious coincidence. Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds you and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now. All of us still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon.
Salut Chris.
Mr. Fretland, we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider it a breach of our contract, and we will withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery. The Fretland Mining Company. I wonder what this unlocks.
Bah la porte qu'on a vue de la mine. Je veux que ça
went
ouvre
to
quoi
the
d'autre?
mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you.
Bah j'ai
Alright,
pas vu
Betty.
de...
So what happens next in your story?
Je dirais une dispute.
Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine. A cave or chamber of archaeological value. They argue about what to do. If the discovery is made public, it's the end of their enterprise. Johann is convinced or paid to walk away. Their secret stays hidden. Then, a few months later, the accident. 3 men die. The investors pull out. The mine shuts down. Frederick's up to his neck in debt.
Bonjour Fred. Mic te cherchait partout. Hein. Allez, on ouvre. Est-ce qu'il faut... Ah, qu'est-ce qu'il y a de beau là-dedans? Truc à lire, une fenêtre. Incroyable.
Cursed mine in Grovik? Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion.
Très bien. Bah. Hop. Parfait ça.
So, 20 years pass.
Moi je dirais la malédiction.
The Fretland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor. And then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered.
Je vais voir s'il n'y a pas un truc là, mais a priori non.
It's a catalyst. Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder.
Ah bah bravo Fred. Mais tout à l'heure, voyons. Hop. Alors ce qui est bien, c'est que t'as pas un athlète entre les mains et toi. Ça, je trouve ça cool. Ça fait assez réaliste quoi.
All because of the mine. Because of what they found there. And what they covered up. There was no one to stop it, Betty. They were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation.
Alors, on arrive à la mine. Magnifique saut. Alors on peut lire mais on peut descendre.
This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
Oh il y a la tête de... Un truc trop marrant. Attendez, moi je suis ça, on sait jamais. Peut-être un truc... Alors, je suis déçu qu'il n'y ait pas de dessin à faire ici. Alors c'est une chèvre.
Ruth was here the day she fell.
Là je déconne, je laisse Mic t'expliquer.
You
Bizarre.
were here, Betty. You saw Ruth. Maybe you tried to help, but she ran all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
Allez go. Parce qu'il pourrait mal se passer.
Betty, are you in there? Please answer me.
Aide. Merci.
Oh, Betty. This is Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason. What am I not seeing?
C'est sûr. Ah, ça va s'écrouler. Non? Oh, ça pue. Eh, vas-y! Ah si, sa sœur doit exister. Bien sûr.
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
Edward? Where are you?
I'm on my way, Betty. Wait for me.
Enfin, elle a forcément existé, tu vois. Bon, après, est-ce qu'il l'invente? On ne sait pas.
Stay where you are. I'm coming.
Edward, where are you?
I'm on my way.
Ah, je cours, hein.
Edward, please, hurry!
I'm coming, Betty.
Oui. Et je suis à fond, hein. J'ai passé l'âge, moi.
Edward!
I'm almost there.
Allez, dans la baraque.
Please, Edward, hurry!
Par contre, du coup, le son, il est très mal positionné.
Just stay put.
Non, mais je suis allé par là. Je me souviens pas. Ah non, si, c'est la maison. C'est parce qu'en fait, il y a tellement de brouillard que
Where are you?
j'ai l'impression de me perdre. J'arrive, Sorette!
Edward, hurry!
I'm coming.
Le jeu veut pas que je rentre. Voilà.
Edward, is that you? I'm in here.
Thank God. Thank God.
Ah, ouvre-moi cette porte.
Elizabeth, there you are. Finally. You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried. Look, your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
Et du coup, on va la voir comme il... Ah ouais.
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother...
She hated you for that.
She could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. All it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us. Betty's... She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry. It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
Jour 6. Allez, le petit toucher rectal.
Goodbye, Betty.
J'arrive.
Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off the stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
La barque? C'est là où tout a commencé. Non, franchement, ouais, il a eu une scène où il y avait tout, tout résumé. C'était énorme. C'était vrai qu'il
Such
lui
an
demandait.
amazing view, isn't it? And the air. Ugh. Boy,
Attends, je veux m'asseoir.
that sure is something.
What did you want to show me?
Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik? Well...
On va
to
dire
find
ça.
my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
coup, parce que ça c'était le speech du jeu, donc c'est pour ça que j'ai mis ça.
The letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere, paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... And I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts, you're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened to Ruth?
Franchement, je sais pas, j'hésite.
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, she ran from the mine and came here. And then... Was she afraid? What made her run?
Je dirais la mine.
Something spooked her.
She saw Betty and... No, that's impossible. It was someone, or something else. So she ran here. Why not home? She couldn't go home. Or she didn't want to. She felt safe here. This was her happy place. And then... If only Ruth had wings, like an angel, she could have flown straight to heaven. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
They're dead. I don't believe there's anything more to it than that. But there's comfort in oblivion, and we won't be alone. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in oblivion. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward! Is that...
A boat? But how?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's
C'est
blouse
impossible.
while the weather's still good.
My suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness. Righty
Rien
ho.
à faire.
No rush. We have all day.
Je vais le tirer quand même. Je croyais que c'était un dessin, mais c'est juste sa sœur, du coup. Du coup, déception. Ah mais il le fait quand même. Attends, t'es sérieux là? Il veut dire que depuis le début, je me fais niquer la gueule. Non, on l'a déjà dessiné ce truc. Ouais, si on l'avait déjà dessiné. Ok. J'ai marqué Betty partout du coup. Bon, go maison. Mais après, c'est Micmic, c'est sa vision à lui, donc si on voit que c'est mentionné dans un livre, c'est lui qui l'invente, tu vois. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Ça me chagrine, j'aurais bien aimé qu'on nous laisse aller voir ce qu'il y a là-dedans, quoi. Bon, y a rien, hein, ça se voit, puisque là, on voit de là, mais t'as toujours cette envie. Enfin, moi, j'ai toujours ces envies d'aller voir hein, des trucs, quoi. Je trouve ça frustrant. Ouais. T'es en bas. En bas.
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things.
Ouais, ouais,
I'll
ouais.
meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
Incroyable. Ah, je garde un souvenir quand même. La maison qui refusait de me laisser partir. Allez. Ah, ils sont gentils, ils te font faire un TB parce qu'avec la valise, tu te traînes à mort.
Come on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row.
Bon. Ben, on a terminé le jeu, je pense. Hein.
The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so. Incroyable. Ça sent la fin tragique? Bah pas du tout. On est arrivé comme ça, voyons. On m'entend assez? Alors au niveau de la note, je mettrai un 6 sur 10. Pourquoi? Parce que le jeu est court. Alors certes, il est à 20 balles sur Steam, mais je trouve que c'est un peu court
quand t'as un peu moins de 3 heures de jeu alors qu'on est un peu traîné partout. Donc voilà. Pour moi, un prix un peu plus bas, genre 15 balles, tout ça, ça serait mieux. Mais sinon, c'était franchement sympa. Niveau musique et tout, on a quelque chose de très bon. Graphiquement, c'était pas mal aussi. Et voilà, quoi. C'était sympathique à faire et tout. Bon, il n'y avait pas beaucoup d'interaction parce qu'on est plus sur un walking simulator, quoi, on va appeler ça comme ça, un jeu très narratif qui est là pour les options. Pour les options. Qui est là évidemment pour assurer toute l'histoire et tout. Et franchement, c'était sympathique au niveau du jeu. Voilà. Sinon, d'autres points négatifs que j'ai pu constater, le fait que tu dois interagir avec des éléments du décor, tout ça. Et c'est galère. Pourtant, je suis à la souris et tout. Et clavier, c'est galère parce que ça te demande une précision de fou. Donc voilà, j'ai trouvé ça un peu dommage que ça soit loupé là-dessus. Parce que t'as beaucoup d'interactions du coup. Et voilà. Peut-être au niveau localisation du son, quand t'entends Elisabeth au loin, enfin c'est pas du tout, le son n'est pas du tout là où on te montre, là où c'est. Et je trouve ça dommage du coup que la spatialisation soit un peu foireuse, même si au final bah, tout s'explique vu qu'il a inventé que tout le monde était là. Et, non, franchement, au niveau de l'histoire, c'était vachement cool parce que bah, t'as tout ce côté personnage que t'en apprends bien sur lui et tout, et c'est assez triste au niveau de sa mère, de son père qu'il a perdu, et, et tout ce qu'il a perdu autour de lui, sa sœur, etc., etc. Et en fait, il a perdu tellement de monde qu'il rejette bah, à mort cette idée, c'est pour ça qu'il voit tout le monde comme ça. Mais et voilà, comme ça il est tout le temps accompagné et pas seul. Voilà, du coup c'était sympathique, franchement comme histoire, c'était cool. Voilà. Donc 6 sur 10, si le jeu vous a plu, n'hésitez pas, il est disponible sur Xbox One et PC. Je crois pas qu'il soit dispo sur PS4 encore. Donc à vérifier, regardez. Mais il me semble que c'est que Xbox et PC. Voilà. Quoi qu'il y a marqué DualShock là. Non bah si, il doit y avoir la PS4 du coup. Regardez, c'est marqué DualShock. Donc oui, je pense, si c'est pas le cas, s'il n'y est pas encore, il va sortir forcément. Ah, Edouard et Alice reviendront. Du coup, ils ne comptent pas nous abandonner là au niveau de l'histoire. Bon, à voir si le jeu se vend bien et qu'ils font une suite, mais vu qu'ils disent ça, je pense qu'ils veulent continuer l'aventure. Bon, vraiment, je suis curieux de voir ce qu'on pourra faire. Au niveau de tout ça, enfin, ce qui sera fait, quoi. Ça rame toujours. Est-ce qu'on voit un petit truc ou pas du tout? Allô? Meute chante. Moi je vais appuyer sur échappe du coup vu qu'il a marqué ça. T'es obligé de passer. Oh, voilà, franchement c'était plutôt cool comme truc créatif et tout, enfin soutenu. Ça ramouille surtout. Bah ouais, mais je pensais qu'il allait y avoir un truc, mais priori, non. Voilà, voilà. Donc moi, je vous dis à la prochaine pour un autre jeu. D'ici là, portez-vous bien. Et puis, profitez-en, ça va se rafraîchir. Allez, bye bye.